Hi, I'm James Quillian. I'm an economist. I write a blog called Fantasy Free Economics. I also teach natural law. Now, you may have noticed that there is a movement to deem you as evil because you are a member of the white race. Well, are you evil? Who's to say? Maybe you are. Maybe you aren't. If you are evil, it's not because you're white. It's just because you're evil, plain and simple. But there actually is a good reason why you're being deemed evil, and it's probably not what you would expect. A mainstream economist believes that it is human nature to be productive and that rational people are looking for opportunities to work and be productive. In the real world, that system doesn't hold. The human species is like any other group of predators. So, what do lions and hyenas do first when they go out looking for prey? They look for prey that has already been killed. They run smaller animals off and consume their hunt. Animals in a group do everything possible to live off the group as a whole. Only when it is clear that there is no free lunch do they engage in the hard work of being a predator. Human beings do the same thing. Now, I'm sorry that it's that way, but it is that way, and fantasizing that it works another way changes nothing. With human beings, work is a second choice. Work is only engaged in after all opportunities to live off the group as a whole are exhausted. Mainstream economists see it the other way, and that is an additional reason why they are never right about anything when it comes to economics in the aggregate. So, what does it really mean when you are deemed as a racist when you're only minding your own business? Well, those who shake their finger at you are actually acting on their herding instinct. Another good word for this is tribal positioning. And conservatives do the same thing with virtue signaling. Various groups of citizens seek to diminish one another when both groups want to satisfy their needs through using government. In today's political arena, there are no conservatives. Conservatives, as they call themselves, are actually pro-business, top-down socialist. A true conservative works tirelessly to repeal laws and close government agencies. Notice how hard the right-wing crowd is trying to build a wall between the U.S. and Mexico. Genuine conservatives would be working just as hard at repealing laws and closing government agencies as they are to get a wall built. In the liberal conservative debate, it is all between socialists. There are no conservatives, although countless folks call themselves conservatives. The correct term for someone who identifies as a conservative is socialist. A liberal cannot call a conservative a socialist because the liberal is a socialist also. The contest is not about right or wrong or administering justice. It is only a fantasy that government performs that role. Government always has been and always will be the go-to place to get what you want and have others pay for it. Liberals and conservatives are competing to get what they want through government, so they're competing for scarce resources. White people, like other races, are competing to use government as a means of obtaining goods, services, and other resources. Demonizing white people is a way of getting ahead of them in the contest to extract benefits out of government. Now, you are only being deemed a racist because, like others, you are trying to extract resources out of others by using government. Unless you are trying tirelessly to repeal laws and close government agencies, you are in fact a socialist. Perhaps you are a Republican socialist. White is strongly associated with Republican. Now, but unless you have done something awful, though, racist doesn't apply to you. Liberals are pushing for one brand of socialism. Conservatives are pushing to keep the style of socialism we already have. Racist just doesn't apply to enough white folks to be a good descriptive term. I'm James Quillian.